Welcome to All Out Karma Machine!
I'm back!
Zane's back!
Zane is here.
Yay! I'm the only one excited about that! I hate you guys.
I'm glad.
Yes! Me and my nipples.
Sitting down in his
Which
chair like this.
they banned me from showing.
No, Josh did that.
It's true.
Anyway.
Josh is the supreme
Introductions, go.
Alright, Zane, he's
Hi!
back, replacing
Yeah!
Aaron because things happen. Max, Joshua, from Liberty, probably pro-Trump. Today we're talking about censor... That comment makes way less sense out of context.
Yeah, that's another podcast.
And I'm
probably
probably a
should do
lot
that.
of our
Yeah,
podcasts,
it's like
actually.
a shout out. Or like a
Anyway, our topic.
Alright, Josh, go. He's got our topic.
Okay, so censorship, generally speaking, is the restriction of certain elements of literature, or like in its sort of most vicious forms. You'll find it like back in the USSR back in the day. Like for instance, if you sent your friend a letter, it might arrive through the mail like 3 days later after having been in the hands of various USSR personnel, and it might have like giant gaps where they cut out entire paragraphs because they didn't like what you were saying. That's government censorship in its most virulent form, but sometimes it happens on a smaller scale. Like censorship happens on all kinds of different scales, where you'll have people who like bleep out individual words in a TV show. That happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a form of censorship because you're not allowing what is actually being said to be heard. So essentially, that's sort of the base form of censorship. It's a restriction on free speech. So.
That's the spectrum from, the PG-13 or PG television show to the political commissar saying you can't tell your friend to blow up the government, so we're snipping that out of the letter.
Right. Yeah. Or I mean, sometimes it's even more innocuous stuff like that, like just rhetoric that seems to indicate a generally anti-government direction sometimes. And there have been all sorts of examples in this down through American history as well. Like for instance, there was a couple instances where President Abraham Lincoln actually had the publishers of papers arrested because those papers were occasionally critical of what he was doing during the war. And there's actually a semi-famous quote from him where he says, am I not to punish the person who encourages? Like, why do I have to hang the young man who deserts and not go after the violent agitator who gets him to desert, essentially? So this sort of starts to get into our first question for tonight, which is essentially what justifications have been offered for censorship in the past, and are any of them valid,
Okay.
We sort of have a definition for it. It's restriction on free speech, or
Well,
antagonism
not even
towards
necessarily restriction of... You don't have to put the word free. You can just say restriction of speech.
Sure, yeah, restriction of speech.
Sometimes literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking of there, Max?
The examples you gave.
Oh,
The same one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, just ones are daytime television where small children are watching parents. That's fair, and that's done at the hands of private corporate. That is private.
Yeah, well, and it's like it extends into the home too. Like for instance, a parent might prohibit a child from reading a particular book, or
playing Pokemon cards when they're 6.
Yeah,
because
like,
Pokemon was of the devil for a time.
Yeah,
and so
for
was
a time.
So was Harry
happened.
Potter before it became a Tumblr and homeschooled household name.
No, it's actually restricted in some homeschool Christian circles.
That's true.
Anyway,
Another topic for another day.
That's something else entirely. Like
Yeah.
the excellent censorship in Christian relationships, whatever.
I want to bring this back to the idea of, the justification aspect.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of... I keep thinking of CinemaSins, how he says he censors his words for humorous effect, right? He adds
Oh, yeah.
He adds the bleep because it's funny, right?
Yeah.
He has no problem with swearing, but he'll censor it out anyways.
Yeah.
And it also kind of allows him to reach just a slightly larger audience because you're not actually hearing swear words,
Yeah.
even though they're there.
The easily
And so-
offended.
Yeah, exactly. And so...
Which you beg
part
to
of
question
that-
why they watch that anyway.
Yeah, and so I think part of that is the idea of self-censorship, right? Is
Yeah.
self-censorship
Well, that's fine. Like
more justified than social
I mean,
censorship?
that's true. Like, because we here at this channel, we all have our sense of humor isn't the best.
No, it's not. We're
Well,
great.
here's the thing, though.
We're
We
great
here at
Christians,
All
guys.
Don't practice that kind of censorship because we're badass motherfuckers.
Nailed it. We got it. We've arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
We've
Yeah,
done it.
you know, but like there are certain people groups where I will not make that horrible like babies are the best barbecue joke, right?
Sure.
Right.
Or my blender joke.
That's in a
God.
previous
Love that joke.
podcast,
In a
by
previous
the way.
watch that podcast.
It's great. Which one was that? Anyway.
That was the last one, I thought.
No, it
This is the
was.
second to last one?
Two before, I think I can't remember.
It was.
And
let's
see.
go
Right
watch
now.
my blender joke, and you'll see some evidence and some reason for not letting your kids watch all kinds of things.
Don't do
Oh.
it. We are for adults,
Yeah. Well,
Or
some-
for
some
mature
audience
people
are
who like fart jokes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so wait, I want to get into
complicated
this
foreign
again though,
policy
because
issues.
Vane started us back on this
Yeah.
topic.
I
Okay.
did the thing good!
I've talked about
Oh,
I think we've beat to death the whole mini censorship
Mm-hmm.
thing. Wait, am I breaking here? What's going on?
Okay.
Start over. Try again.
Yeah. Start over. You're good now.
No, he's not. His image is actually frozen right now. There he is.
I'm back.
Yay! Oh,
Yeah.
good, we missed you. You were frozen in the time-space continuum, or the internet lagged. One of those things is plausible.
Okay, so I was about to get us back on track because we got off track, kind of. But anyway, so we've kind of beaten it to death talking about censorship in terms of sort of family dynamics and how.
Just every day the kind of mundane, innocuous censorship of daytime television. Parents don't want their kids hearing all these words, whatever. And self-censorship of that. And then once Josh gets... Oh no! We lost Josh live! Panic mode! I don't edit
I love how we
these.
just freak out.
I don't
Like,
edit.
There's nothing that can be done about this. This is the
The
problem.
government...
We've lost-
Nope.
It's the
We've lost
government. It's the
all-
government.
Internet connection.
Josh, you're alive!
Oh, we lost him.
dead. So, now
Hold on,
that Josh
Zane.
isn't here,
Shh. We're starting a
we're
conspiracy.
gossiping about
Shh.
Josh.
Shh. We're starting a conspiracy where the government is shutting down our internet so we don't talk about censorship.
Oh! Clever.
The sound now.
We don't have audio. Hold on.
I like your JK.
No, we have
winky
audio. We don't have
faces.
video.
Okay. Well, you guys are back on video now. I'm gonna turn mine on, and hopefully it's not going to break the world.
Guys, there's two of me.
Hey!
Great. Oh, by the
Uh,
way, hey Chris, say hi.
Hey!
You just said hi to the internet, Chris, not just
Yes.
us.
Sweet. Hi, internet.
Hi! It's good to see you too.
All right.
I am the internet.
We're back on.
Okay, we're kind of back on track now. Probably, maybe.
Sure.
All
why
right.
not?
So we've beaten.
Finally, get to what I tried to say twice and was interrupted by the technology.
Oh,
twice.
hey,
Thanks,
Get rid of-
Comcast.
Get rid of the mini window.
We can.
right? Hold on. There. Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah. Get it out.
Nope, I can't.
Get
do that.
it
I
out.
can't do it. I
It's
can't do
Amy's
it.
Yes,
facial
you can.
expressions for ruining this for everyone.
I'm breaking the fourth wall. There's a difference.
Okay, alright, can we get on that? Okay. So
Back
I
on
was about to say, there are probably some legitimate justifications for certain forms of censorship in terms of national security. Like, the government in some cases has to keep information under lock and key and has to stop people from saying things that will get people killed. Like,
What?
this is what the main criticism is of like WikiLeaks with Julian Assange, where he'll get his hands on whatever kind of information he can get it on from within government and just sort of spray it all over the internet. And sometimes there's classified information in there, like the information directly connected to, for instance, a spy buried deep in Al-Qaeda headquarters or whatever. And that guy, suddenly his name and information is available to the point where Al-Qaeda gets hold of it and they're like, oh, that guy. And they behead him. And he dies because government couldn't censor WikiLeaks.
No, put your-
I don't know if that's ever happened.
Freaking school, Casey. Get out of here.
Is a legitimate security goal.
You're getting
of-
detention.
so.
Saying it looked like you just touched my penis. Stop that. Stop that.
I grabbed his leg.
We're done here. Video now. Just close the window. Close the
But Josh, I want to know the code for the presidential football. I want to be able to access the nukes because I do great things with them. Probably.
Max wouldn't nuke China.
No, I nuke Russia.
China.
For reals?
No.
Okay,
No.
good, because I buy Russia's shit.
That's true.
I like Russian things.
Russia's pretty sweet.
My
Anyway,
boss
Turns
is
out
from
free
Russia.
trade is nice.
Max, I trust you with the nuclear football about as much as I trust Trump with the nuclear football.
probably fair.
How much do you trust me with the nuclear football?
Slightly more than I trust Trump.
Fair.
That's
Alright.
a compliment.
That is a
I have a question.
Yes.
So, whenever anybody mentions government secrets, usually they pertain to the military.
Yes.
Yeah, military and intelligence.
Is that because I feel like that stuff makes sense to keep under lock and key, but
Yeah.
what about other things that don't really matter as much in regards to national security?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
what
fundamentals of government transparency and the Freedom of Information Act, you know?
Yeah.
But same, there are always going to be unscrupulous politicians who want all of their personal dealings to be hidden. So
Which, I mean, part of me doesn't blame them. They have a heavily
yeah.
vested self-interest in not.
But it's politicians. That's
Mhm.
why. That's what
Yeah,
they
no, I mean,
do.
I'm not objecting to the idea that there should be transparency. I'm just saying that
me neither.
it's understandable that human nature being what it is, people are going to want to hide all the crap that they do.
No,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, absolutely. I
And it just
understand.
makes me sad that
All I know is that being like the leader of this program, I will never be able to run for president. Because I'm an honest, transparent guy, and these are going to be all
because
over.
I'm honest. That's
These
why
are
I
all
can
over the
never run for
internet.
president.
I know.
People are like saying, "Well, you should be president." I'm like, "Ha!
Joke's on you. Too
Jokes.
honest. I tell the truth.
Jokes on you. I tell the
I
truth."
said motherfucker on YouTube. Like, I'm screwed
Hey,
now.
that doesn't.
I know.
That hasn't
No,
stopped a lot
no.
of
The
other
thing
people.
is you're right. Like the sad thing is you're right. Like you would end up running for president like once you finally hit 35, and some guy,
Let me dig this up.
some guy probably on like MSNBC would be like,
It is MSNBC. How did you know?
would be like, this candidate.
The news reporter died.
This candidate
and,
said motherfucker on the internet.
and that's a problem. I'm saying from
I like your news
MSNBC.
desk. That's it.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
I like
we
it
just
too.
bought it.
I'd put a mic right
I'm
here.
your host from Zane Courtney
I
from
feel like
MSNBC.
Yes.
And tonight's story, my co-host is dead. My co-host broke his arm and became a
Horribly
desk.
off topic.
Not
No.
horribly.
I turned my co-host into a desk once.
I snacked my.
These are the kind of jokes that need to be
I
censored.
smacked-
back to it because if you think about it, censorship, like just the restrictions on speech, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yes.
And there is some, like, at a certain level, if I were wanting to run for a particular office and I figured that this particular video would come back to bite me in the ass, maybe I would go back to YouTube and try to like write some law or try to prohibit YouTube from actually keeping this on file or whatever. Like,
The political way. Get rid of the evidence.
or maybe
Ask
it's
Mrs.
just,
Clinton.
the evidence because I don't want any of this to be on the internet ever. So.
Well, if you had wanted that, you shouldn't have agreed to this in the first place.
It's true.
That's why none of us are running for
Yeah.
president.
I just don't care enough, and I'm not
So
smart
should we
enough.
move on to
Yeah.
the consequences of censorship?
Fuck
like-
that.
It's a bad thing, generally speaking.
Yeah. Well, the thing is
We've
like,
already been over the USSR, right?
yeah.
That's an example. Where
Okay.
and or like censorship generally is tyrannical control over what people say and do and think, and that gets to be a huge problem.
But
essentially.
I think this government. No, shut up.
Well, that's how it was in the USSR, and then when Gorbachev came along and helped out by not being a communist so much.
Socialists.
So I said, yeah, but I mean, they gave.
I could talk about that. Like, Glasnost and Perestroika should be an entire podcast unto itself, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the
I don't know enough about
how
this
many
anyways.
future podcasts have we said are going to happen in this one?
Don't worry,
podcast?
guys, it's coming.
No, that's
Wait.
only like the second one, Casey. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is that only the
Good.
second?
I hope
Yeah.
so, because like I don't want to have
But
to go.
here's the thing, Casey. We keep having so many problems coming up with ideas for our podcast. We should just watch our old podcasts and talk about what we promised to talk about.
You just hey, we said a thing in here.
I
Let's
know.
use that and not be dumb.
It's
I
almost
know.
like we make content.
Yeah. Anyway, no, but like just the thing that I always think of, like when it comes to like censorship of like a political philosophy, you know, conservatism, like that viewpoint is now much more counterculture than it used to be. It used to be the mainstream. Now it's going the way of counterculture, right? You know, and you have these SJW types demanding that hate speech, whatever. I don't even know what that is.
Hold on.
All right, Zane's got something.
I got it.
All right, he's got it. I don't know what he's doing.
Here.
Oh wait. Wait, what?
It looks good.
Oh shoot! No, I went the wrong way. That's why.
What's happening?
I had to pull out my emo form.
Your emo form? Alright, Zane emo
Yeah,
form.
there we go.
Alright, okay, are you gonna turn into an SJW for me? Alright, go for it.
So here's the thing. I think that.
Hold on, wait, no, that
people
voice is way too white,
Oh, yeah,
heterosexual,
yeah.
male, cisgendered.
I just think that guys are just so offensive nowadays, and it drives me insane. I can't stand it. Achoo!
Alright, real Zane's back.
Oh man, did you see that other guy? He was weird.
What's
Right,
that?
Zane? The government needs to do something about it.
Yeah, no. But like, you know, they want like anti-hate speech laws. I don't even really know what hate speech. Like, I mean, I guess you like it's a very colloquial thing.
Hey,
you
Casey,
know,
do you want an example
We
of
need
hate
to-
speech?
Sure.
You're a fucking idiot. There you
All right,
go.
hate speech. He's got it. He hates
Oh my
speech.
gosh.
That's scandalous. Question.
I know. Yes.
Because I feel like there's a lot of sources that we could pull from
Mhm.
in regards as to what hate speech is, and most of them would be popular, like
Yeah.
Huffington Post,
HuffPo.
HuffPo,
Vice.
Vice,
Vox.
Vox.
With Salon.
So,
Salon.
you know, the ones who are like, pedophilia, it's okay. It's just another sexual orientation.
No,
good
it's
old-
not.
It's a good
That's
old
weird.
Sargon
This-
of Akkad for bringing that up.
This is for you, Salon, and I'm a pedophile, but I'm not a monster. Right?
Thank you, Salon.
This is for you, for your I'm a
Where
pedophile,
did
but
you-
not...
Wonderful human beings who are encouraging people to rape children.
No,
Where did you get those? I want one.
Hold on,
Zane,
Zane.
Zane,
Put
go
your
like-
hand up.
go like this.
Alright, ready?
Okay.
Hold on, ready?
Go like-
Ready, hold on, in
on,
screen.
okay.
Ready? Come on, I'm working.
It's not coming.
All
Mine
right.
broke.
Yeah, it's
Look, watch Josh's. See?
Whoa!
Right now.
Oh, cool.
Alright,
Okay,
ready?
No, I told you. It's
Ready?
Yeah,
broken.
no idea.
Ready? Okay, try the other one. Let's try the other one. Okay, ready? Ready?
Oh,
I'm getting it. It's getting It's fighting me. It's fighting me. Alright, come on.
Oh shoot! No!
All right, back on topic now.
Anyway, yeah.
So I have two broken middle fingers.
The problem is anyway, like, you know, that hate speech should be outlawed, right? Outlaw hate speech. It's horrible. It's evil. End of story. You should be, you know, put in prison, and people with guns should show up to take you there, right?
But SJW person, what if I just have a slightly conflicting belief but don't actually hate the person?
Then you're a bigot!
That's not possible. You have to approve of everything they say and do, or
Exactly.
otherwise you hate their guts.
Anyway, but here's the thing. Here's something they don't really realize.
Yeah, that was a parody, by the way, in case you didn't realize.
What's that?
What?
What was that, Josh? I missed that.
Just go back and watch it later.
Okay. It's one way to do
I
it.
am a living dank meme. It's okay.
He
That's why
is.
I'm here.
He is, and he's
We
like,
keep
wait.
interrupting. Go ahead, Casey.
Otherwise, this
Casey,
podcast would have
get
no
your-
flow.
I have my thoughts together.
It doesn't have any flow, but never mind. Yeah, it does.
Anyway,
We're
no.
We're awesome. We're hilarious. Keep going.
Hate speech is it's a very subjective thing. It's not like it's not an objective standard, right? You know, right now it's horrible to be against transsexualism and homosexualism, but give it 40 years and we might go back to a much more socially conservative society, because it kind of, you know, society kind of works in a little bit of waves, you know.
It's cycles, you know.
Yeah, you know, the counterculture becomes the culture, and then culture becomes counterculture, and it just keeps going back and forth and on and on and on. So,
Yeah.
hate speech for a few years, 10, 20 years from now, might not be what it is today. And so, if you ban the current hate speech, right, what happens is your own opinion might be considered hate speech down the road, and now, you know, all these things you were fighting for in your youth are now illegal to fight for, and you're in prison. The way I often, say it is,
But I want my guns.
And I was gonna say, then thus the spark of revolution happened.
yeah. Anyway,
Again.
no, it just, when you ban someone
second
else's opinion, you guarantee that your own opinion will be banned in the future, right? That's the thing. You are guaranteeing that some way down the line, if these laws stay in place, your own opinion will be considered hate speech.
Or some opinion that you eventually
Yeah.
hold.
Yeah.
Right? Or at the very least, you're opening yourself up for that possibility.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
thing. Like, what if you are a young SJW and you look into it and you decide that you're not for the LGBT issues or whatever, right? You decide later on, you're like, I'm not for this anymore, I don't. know many people who would, but that could happen. And oh, we lost him.
No,
No, he's back. He's back. We're good.
Hello? Am I there?
We're good.
Great, awesome. Yeah, no, there are a lot of people. Thank God, there are a certain amount of people on this planet who actually take in evidence from outside, process the evidence from outside, and the argumentation, and come to a different conclusion than they had before. That's a thing that people do.
Yeah.
I'm in school
Sometimes.
again. So, and this is interesting you bring that up because I was just talking to somebody the other day, and I noticed I feel like people our age, most likely, we get that idea. We need logical backed evidence as to what we believe, and we find out that's against a lot of these progressive and
Zayd is thinking.
He's searching for a word.
He's
SJW. That's what I was thinking.
So
these SJW views. And I feel, and so most of the people, most of that audience, most of these SJWs, they have a specific age range.
Yeah.
Which is about, I want to say, 20.
I think a lot, like some of them have gotten up into their 30s just because.
Yeah, I think most of them are in.
But it's 20 to 30.
It's 20 to 30s. And I'm thinking, the more I think about it, the more I realize, well, the people that are my age, right? As we get older, our opinion is going to have a little more gravity. So maybe, possibly, we could legitimately make social change. And people would listen. It's almost like we matter.
And that's the end of the podcast. We love you. Thank you for watching so much. Good.